You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Chelsea wasted no time. Less than 24 hours after lifting the UEFA Conference League trophy, the Blues immediately sealed an important transfer for next season. This time, the potential young striker, Liam Delap, was brought in from Ipswich Town. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed Chelsea has officially paid the striker's release clause worth £30 million. This clause is automatically active once Ipswich Town is confirmed to be relegated from the Premier League this season. Chelsea took advantage of the moment quickly, even faster than their arch-rivals, Manchester United, who are also interested in the player. Delap himself is not a random name. At the age of only 22, he has attracted the attention of many big European clubs. This season alone, he has scored 12 goals in the Premier League, in a team that is currently in a slump. Delap is a product of the Manchester City Academy. He had 6 appearances with City's senior team between 2020 and 2022. After that, he gained experience through a series of loan spells, but his best performance came when he defended Ipswich Town. Interestingly, however, it was not only Delap's performance that made Chelsea move. There was another factor that strengthened this decision: personal connections. Liam Delap had worked with Enzo Maresca when he was still at the Manchester City Academy. He also knows Cole Palmer and Romeo Lavia well, 2 players who have now worn Chelsea uniforms. The combination of Maresca's ambitious project, the youthful atmosphere in the squad, and Chelsea's return to the Champions League are strong reasons why Delap chose Stamford Bridge over other clubs. Manchester City actually have a buyback clause for Delap, but they chose not to activate it. Even so, City will still receive 30% of the total transfer value. According to the latest report, Delap will undergo a medical in the next 24 hours before signing a long-term contract with Chelsea. The transfer reaffirms Chelsea's new direction in the Maresca era, building a young, promising squad ready to compete at the highest level. This season, Chelsea have the youngest average age in Premier League history, 24 years and 36 days. The question is, will Delap be a sharp solution in Chelsea's front line? One thing is for sure: Chelsea have won quickly, and for Manchester United, who had targeted Delap, they have to be satisfied with biting their fingers. This report was confirmed directly by Fabrizio Romano. Liam Delap to Chelsea. Here we go. Official. Done deal.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Cole Palmer has just led Chelsea to the Conference League title with 2 incredible assists in the final against Real Betis. But more importantly, it's not about the stats. It's about the mentality. It's about the guts. It's about a player who doesn't hide when the pressure is on. Danny Murphy has no doubts. Palmer should be an England starter right away. Why? Because Palmer is a rare breed. He takes risks. He changes the game. He's not the type of player who just passes back and sideways for the sake of a passing score. He plays to win. While others are busy keeping up their passing accuracy, Palmer is busy opening up space, cutting through the opposition defense, and creating golden opportunities. And what's even crazier is that he's not just doing it in a small game, it's in a European final. Without Palmer, Chelsea wouldn't be champions. They might not even qualify for next season's Champions League. And it's not just a lucky night. He's been consistent this season, 25 goals in all competitions, and he's been the center of the game, even when rotated by Maresca. Palmer also scored in the Under-21 European Championship final. He knows how to shine on the big stage. Now is England's time to capitalize on. Thomas Tuchel must find a system that unites Palmer, Bellingham and Rice. Palmer should be among them, not on the bench, because if not now, when? Cole Palmer is not just a talent for the future. He is England's secret weapon who must be unleashed on the field as soon as possible. England need players who are brave, not just neat. And Palmer is, without a doubt, the answer.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Now, Chelsea ended the 2024-25 season in the most historic fashion. The Blues have just lifted the UEFA Conference League trophy after beating Real Betis 4-1 in the final. But that's not what's making headlines this time around Europe. Chelsea have officially become the first club in history to win all 3 major UEFA competitions. From the Champions League, Europa League to the Conference League, they have mastered them all. An epic achievement that no club has ever achieved before. Let's flash back a bit. Chelsea won the Champions League in the 2011-12 and 2020-21 seasons. They won the Europa League in 2012-13 and 2018-19. And now, 2024-25 is the year of conquering the Conference League. This trophy also marks Chelsea's first title since the new ownership era began in 2022. With the youngest squad in Premier League history, Chelsea managed to turn things around after being behind in the first half. The key to victory? Cole Palmer was the star once again. The playmaker provided 2 crucial assists, leading the Blues' incredible comeback. But while Chelsea have just made history as a club, there is one figure who has already done it individually: Jose Mourinho. The Stamford Bridge legend is the only manager to have also won all 3 UEFA competitions: the Champions League with Porto and Inter Milan, the Europa League with Manchester United, and the Conference League with AS Roma. With this victory, Chelsea now have a total of 9 European trophies, including 2 UEFA Cup Winners' Cups and 2 UEFA Super Cups that are also now part of history. Another interesting fact: in the last 3 seasons when Chelsea have played in non-Champions League European competitions, they have always come out on top. The focus now shifts to 2 big things: preparations for the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup, and of course the summer transfer window, where Chelsea are expected to once again be active in strengthening their young squad that is already full of potential.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Chelsea have just won the Conference League, but the euphoria is not over yet, because now there is a heated discussion about the future of Jadon Sancho. Sancho, who is on loan from Manchester United this season, has made 41 appearances in all competitions, and even scored a crucial goal in the final, as Chelsea won 4-1 over Real Betis. But his status is still uncertain. Will he stay at Stamford Bridge? According to TalkSport, Chelsea are ready to activate the £25 million permanent purchase clause, but with one big condition: Sancho must be willing to take a pay cut. Yes, even though Chelsea have an obligation to buy, in the original agreement, the club still wants a renegotiation in terms of wages. If Sancho is willing to lower his wage demands, then the transfer will be official. But if not, Chelsea will have to pay a penalty of £5 million to bring him back to Old Trafford. What does it mean? The ball is now in Sancho's court. Is he willing to make sacrifices to continue his career revival with the Blues? Or return to Manchester United, where the main door has been tightly closed since the open conflict with Erik ten Hag? Enzo Maresca gave a strong signal after the Conference League final. "We finished 4th. That was also due to Jadon's contribution. We won the Conference League. That was also due to Jadon." This season, Sancho scored 4 goals and 10 assists, despite only appearing as a starter in 19 Premier League matches. But his influence was felt, especially in important moments. Sancho himself looks more comfortable under Maresca's guidance than at United. His career, which had skyrocketed at Dortmund, almost sank at Old Trafford, is now starting to rise again with Chelsea's young squad. The question is, are Chelsea willing to take the risk? And is Sancho ready to compromise on salary in order to continue his career in West London? What is certain is that this decision is not just about money, but about the future of a player who was once predicted to be an English star, and is now given a second chance to prove that he is still worthy of being the main spotlight.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Rodrygo Goes is facing an uncertain future at Real Madrid. After the arrival of Kylian Mbappé, his role in the main squad has begun to be marginalized. Vinicius and Jude Bellingham have become the backbone, and with Mbappé coming in, Rodrygo's position is increasingly insecure. Xabi Alonso, as the new coach, has not given any certainty about Rodrygo's role next season. If he is not guaranteed as a core player, the opportunity to leave is very open. This is what 2 Premier League clubs are taking advantage of: Arsenal and Chelsea. Arsenal have already shown interest. Mikel Arteta wants Rodrygo to be part of a long-term project to strengthen the attack line. However, Chelsea does not want to lose. The club from West London is reportedly ready to move quickly and has been observing Rodrygo's situation for a long time. Chelsea's qualification for the Champions League gives them an advantage. They are ready to make a big offer to get the Brazilian star. Moreover, Enzo Maresca wants to increase his striking power with players who have been tested at European level. Now, the transfer duel is really happening. Arsenal are keen to move quickly, but Chelsea have the better bargaining power and an ambitious rebuilding project underway. The final decision will come down to 2 factors: how Xabi Alonso handles the situation, and whether Rodrygo is ready to leave Madrid for a leading role in the Premier League. Should the move go through, Rodrygo could be one of the biggest pieces in changing the landscape of English football next season.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Christopher Nkunku will leave Chelsea. This news was confirmed by TalkSport and immediately shocked the Blues fans. The player, who was bought for £53 million from RB Leipzig in 2023, is now on the transfer list, and two big clubs have already put their hands on him: Tottenham Hotspur and Bayern Munich. This season, Nkunku actually has a record of 14 goals and 5 assists in 42 matches in all competitions. But only 3 goals were scored in the Premier League. Even in the Conference League final against Real Betis, when Chelsea were far ahead 4-1, Nkunku was not played at all. Enzo Maresca preferred to bring on Marc Guiu in the 88th minute instead of Nkunku. The signal was clear. Nkunku is no longer a priority. His first season at Chelsea was hit by a storm of injuries. He had to wait until December 2023 to make his debut after suffering a knee injury during pre-season against Dortmund. Since then, his performance has never been stable. In the Premier League, he has only started 9 times out of 33 appearances. And now, the situation is getting more complicated. Tottenham Hotspur are said to have made an official interest in bringing Nkunku and keeping him in London. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich are also actively pursuing him after trying in January. At that time, they backed out because Chelsea set a price above £50 million. But now, with his status no longer a key player, the price could drop. And Nkunku himself is open to 2 options: returning to the Bundesliga with Bayern, or staying in the Premier League. In an old interview, Maresca admitted to liking Nkunku, but was also honest in saying that it is impossible to play Cole Palmer and Nkunku together every week, because in his system, Palmer is the main priority in position 10, and if all the attacking players are played together, who will stay? Maresca asked rhetorically. Nkunku is a victim of the new system, and perhaps a victim of high expectations that were not met due to a long injury. Now, the decision is in Chelsea's hands. Will they cut their losses and let him go this summer? Or try to revive the player who once scored 47 goals in the Bundesliga? What is clear is that Nkunku is not untouchable anymore.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.